Morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day today. So I'm out on one of my nature hikes this morning, and I was on a little bit earlier, but didn't have much time right then, so I was able to get back with you guys and spend a little more time with you down here on the river as I make my way back up the river walk this morning. But spring has sprung, everybody. So here's some tulips that just came up. It's the first one I've seen this year, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love how beautiful these tulips are in the springtime. But I'm out nature walking and hiking this morning, and like I said, that's the first tulip I seen this spring, and it is beautiful. Hope everybody's having a good day. I'm out enjoying a nature walk and hike this morning, you guys, and just wanted to spend a little time with you and talk a little bit more about why I'm here on the channel and a little bit more about my life and what's been going on lately. A lot of changes has come about in my life, so some good things and some bad things. That's life, the ups and downs of life, being able to adjust when the bad times hit, so I've been, without a home, with a home, with a job, without a job. A lot of things has, gone good and gone bad at the same time. But I've been able to remain faithful in the Lord and stay sober through it all, and experience the pain and embrace the hardships in life, and even during that, embracing the hardships in life, I'm still able to get out here and enjoy a beautiful Sunday out here today, taking a walk, just being in peace, and tranquility, serenity out here in nature. It's good to be here today. It's good to be alive, to have this opportunity to be able to share my story with everybody, to let them know, what the Lord has done for me in my life, how he's brought me through a lot of bad times, and he continues to bring me through, as I trust and lean on him. Just seen a red cardinal fly through. That's our state bird here in Virginia. I see him up there in that tree right there. Those red cardinals are really beautiful birds. I like getting out birding and checking out different birds and waterfowl and ducks. I have a lot of videos on my channel. There goes that cardinal right there. He's flying up in the tree. But I'm down here on the river walk this morning. It's absolutely beautiful. I've been looking for some fishing holes down here. A lot of channel cats and some blue cats down here on this river. And an old fella taught me a trick how to catfish. Taught me how to take shrimp you buy in the supermarket, take some of the black jumbo shrimp and let them set out in the sun and let them rot. And he says that's the best catfish bait ever. And I've tried it and it works really, really well. So you should give that a try, black shrimp sometime. Yeah, this is sort of a drop off. You can see where it's flooded back, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or whatever down here. I just got down here. I just was up in the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia and just left and was on the move and was able to do some more traveling because I was doing some traveling last month with you guys and was down in eastern Tennessee and got pneumonia and got sick and had to turn around and come back. But I did post a lot of videos of eastern Tennessee for you all on my channel to watch, and also the Shenandoah Valley when I was up there. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm headed south. It's definitely turned springtime down this way. Everything's greener and turning very, very beautiful. A lot of different flowers are coming up. Everybody's having a good Sunday morning. I know I am today. It's blessed to be out here experiencing a good day. Want to get me one of those electric bikes so I can start electric biking these trails down through here. I don't know how expensive they are. My buddy said you could take a kit and put on a regular bicycle and turn it into an electric bike. So I've been interested in learning how to do that. I was going to look the kits up and see how they go together on the bikes. Maybe somebody could show me or teach me one day how to put those kits on electric kits on a regular bicycle, because that's what I was interested in learning how to do. Here's a hole in the tree. Wonder if anything lives in it. Pretty sure it is. Looks like it might be a bee's nest up in there. I don't know. Let's look over there and see. I don't know. I don't see anything down in there. Do you? I don't know. At least no bees came out and stung me, so I'm good. Everybody's having a great Sunday today. It's so beautiful here. It's springtime, and I'm glad to be out and about enjoying this beautiful day. And I thought I'd share it with you. Spend a little time with you this morning and show you how beautiful it is here. Maybe you get to check out some different birds, some different ducks, different wildlife. That looks like a woodpecker right there, but it's not. It's one of those other types of birds. I don't think it's a woodpecker. Somebody else told me these birds are called something else. I'm not sure. Yellow bellies, I think he called them. I don't know if you guys can see that guy. He just flew off right there. Red-headed yellow belly or something like that, I think they call them. I don't know. I thought it was a woodpecker one time, and a guy corrected me, and he said it was a yellow belly something other. So I'm still learning the different birds that I see. I can recognize blue jays and cardinals and robins and things like that, but I'm still learning different types of birds and different wildlife. There's a lot of birds out this morning. It is absolutely gorgeous here. As you can see how green everything is. We got a little squirrel there jumping around this morning. I love getting out here. It's so peaceful. It's a good way to unwind and relax. De-stress, take things off my mind. Pray, meditate. Sometimes I even bring food down here for the squirrels. For them little guys there that you see running up the tree. Just sit down here and spend time with them, and sometimes for hours. I have fell asleep on a park bench down here before. And it is a lot of redbirds down here this morning. That's like the third cardinal I've seen, which is rare. I rarely get to see one red cardinal. That was 3 I've seen this morning already. Well, hello there. How are you doing today? Good to have you. Hope you're having a blessed day today. Just out on one of my nature walks, you guys, and thought I'd spend a little time with you. Let everybody know I was thinking about them this morning, and I'm doing okay. Life has made some changes for me. Took a hit of bad luck. Some things happened, and I picked up the pieces and left. That's what you do sometimes, and getting resituated and getting adjusted to go again. And that's what I'm doing. It's never giving up. No matter how hard things get. Embracing the challenges in life. It's what I do today. I don't drink. I don't get mad no more. I just, whatever life brings on, I'm ready for the challenge. And I lean on the strength of the Lord to see me through. That's how I'm able to do it now. I don't get all worried out and stressed out, start drinking and get depressed, because the Lord will see me through. All I got to do is lean on his strength, and he sees me through each and every time. And now that I know that, I can trust and believe in that, and I don't have to waste away no more in a beer bottle, get depressed, miss life, get put back in jails and all that old crazy mess. And it's good to be here, took a little moment of pause. Sorry about that. I've been gone for about a week, doing some traveling, getting readjusted to a new area. And I'm out nature walking and hiking this morning, and just wanted to spend a little time with you guys and show you around. I think this little squirrel here has got him home in the tree, or maybe not. He's going on up the tree. I don't know if you guys know it or not, but when I first started this channel back in 2023, I lived on a small farm in Southern Virginia, and I was taking care of a family of squirrels. That's kind of how I started connecting with life, with wildlife and nature. I connected and started taking care of this family of squirrels down there, started posting videos. So if you guys would like to check those out, please do. There's a cute little family of squirrels I was taking care of down there. And I really miss being on that farm. It was really, really nice. We got some waterfowl out here this morning. Looks like some geese out there cruising around on the river looking for something to eat. I know I've been down here looking for some fishing spots. And this river here is full of channel cats and flatheads. And I was just telling you guys earlier that an old head taught me that some of the best catfish bait you could use is black jumbo shrimp you could buy at the supermarket. Let it sit out in the sun a couple days and come down here and catch just tons of catfish. So yeah, hopefully I can get an opportunity to come down here and catfish with you. It's definitely warm enough. I've got my fishing license now, so hopefully I'll have that opportunity and be able to catfish maybe in about another week or so. Got to get some gear together, get everything situated. But there's some people out fishing. I've seen a couple fishermen already this morning out here on the river. I haven't spoke to any of them, see if they've caught anything yet. Hope everybody's having a great day today. Glad it's springtime. It's not winter anymore. I like to froze to death this winter. That was the coldest winter I've ever experienced in the Shenandoah Valley up there this past winter. 2 weeks of snow and ice and 0 degrees. Whew, that was rough. I'm glad, well, what I had to do up there is all over with and done now. And then maybe able to move on with my life. You know, thanks to the Lord, He's seen me through a lot. Continues to see me through everything. You know, I'm out here pretty much alone in life. And, you know, I say I'm alone, but I know the Lord is with me. So I never feel alone. You know, that's why I'm able to get out here by myself and enjoy life. I don't need anybody else, you know, to enjoy life for me. You know, I can do it on my own, be my own man. And that's just a great life to have, you know, being your own man, taking control of life. You know, and it's such a gorgeous day today. It's warming on up. It's probably about 60 some now, but it's going to be in the 70s today. And I seen a bunch of turtles up here when I was coming through earlier. We got a mallard head. Check him out. He's cruising on down the river. He knows how to ride. Check this guy out over here. He's going with the current. That's the way to go. Yeah, I seen some river turtles up here. Look like some snapping turtles earlier. Some turtle beds right here. And I'll come up one evening and check those out. But there goes that duck. He's cruising on down the river this morning. And this is a really good fishing spot because this is a split right here in the river. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some catfish feeding over in here in some of these deeper channels. There's always good fishing spots right here in splits of the river or where other inlets and streams come in. Hope everybody's having a good day. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Just out and enjoying the walk. It's a beautiful spring day. Good to be alive. Good to be in recovery, you know. Good to have a chance at life again. Tell everybody here on the channel, you know, I thank the Lord for seeing me through, you know, all the destruction that I put myself through, and for saving my soul and for giving me another chance at life. You know, I tore up a lot of relationships and a lot of families in my life, and, you know, was an old drunk and dealt with a lot of depression and dealt with incarcerations. You know, the state put me away and threw the key away on me and had to deal with all that. Dealt with the loss of my family while I was incarcerated. Went through a divorce. I have a daughter today I've never met. And I just remain faithful. You know, I remain faithful here in my recovery. Staying sober. You know, one day, you know I'll meet my daughter eventually. And I hang on to that faith. You know, trusting and believing in God. You know, and staying sober through it all. You know, I don't have a lot right now. Still struggling trying to find permanent housing placements and permanent work. But, you know, I'm serving God, and that's all that matters. And I tell you, serving God and being out here on the channel feels a lot better than being at work, you know, doing construction, quite honestly, because I feel like I'm serving my meaning and purpose out here in my recovery. You know, talking about recovery, talking about what it takes in recovery, talking about the Lord, how He can help people in recovery, because I know I owe all my gratitude and thanks to God, you know, for saving my soul. I was so wrapped up in depression and alcohol. I nearly killed myself, drinking myself to death. And I've been sober now, thankfully, almost 2 years, thanks to the Lord. And, He shed His grace and mercy upon my soul to forgive me for all the destruction I've done in my life to people. And then I asked other people to forgive me as well, and I live in that forgiveness. And because I live in that forgiveness today, I was able to heal, and I can still find healing when I come down here in these rivers and streams. I come down here to walk and pray and meditate, and it just helps me so much, and it can help others too. I don't know if it's other people here this morning on the channel that's in recovery or that's seeking help, but I know I tried it alone for years. I really did. I think I tried everything in the book to do it alone, and I failed each and every time. But when I chose the Lord, I chose a relationship with Christ, things gradually started to change for me. It wasn't something instant overnight, but I started changing my ways because the Lord asked me to. And, as I was able to change my ways, I started seeing different results in life, and I started liking those results. I started actually enjoying life. So much so that I stuck with it. I stayed sober, and, and just even though I'm sober doesn't mean my life is perfect. I still struggle. I've been dealing with a lot of bad things that's actually happened here recently, but I've been embracing those hardships, and embracing them and tying the knot at the end of the rope and asking the Lord to give me strength to see me through, and trusting and believing in that. That's where I'm at today. It's good to have you guys with me this morning. Good seeing everybody. Like I said, it is a beautiful spring day here. And I just want to stop in with you this morning and spend some time with you, share a little more of my recovery story here about my life and, where my life has been, where I've been through and where I'm at now in my life and what the Lord has done to see me through. Definitely a man that definitely is undeserving of God's grace and mercy after all the destruction I did being an alcoholic years ago. Definitely not ashamed to admit it today, but I destroyed 2 marriages. I destroyed my business, nearly destroyed my life totally. I'm lucky to be alive today, quite honestly. Done 17 years in and out of incarcerations in the state of Virginia because of my alcohol, and I quite honestly, I can't believe I'm here today, a free man off of probation, free and done with all that stuff. I never believed I could get off of probation. I never believed I could not drink. I never believed I could be happy. And because I believed all those things is what brought that into my life, is because I believed that, and I didn't really realize that until years later, that my life really depended upon what I believed in. And once I started changing my belief system and started changing my attitude and the ways I approach life and people, I started making the needed changes in my life and started seeing different results. And that's what I'm here to talk about today, is about the power of thinking, the power of how we choose to think about life, about ourselves. When I started to change the way I thought about myself and about life, life started to change for me. I started having a different life experience, unlike one in like I ever had before, and so much so that I started vlogging this back in December of 23 and started sharing this recovery that I'm in, sharing my true testimony about what the Lord has done for me in my life to bring me through darkness, bring me into the light, bring me into love today, and it's great to be here. I'm a lucky man. Definitely after, like I said, all the self-destruction I did to myself, all the things I done bad to others, being forgiven by Jesus Christ today for all of that, living in that forgiveness, and trusting and believing in God to see me through the hardships in life, not getting worried no more, not getting anxious. And those times I used to get worried and anxious, I would drink. I would get totally worried and drink and get sick and do bad things and see bad results, and now I'm able to trust in the strength of the Lord to see me through those hardships, and that's what makes a difference today for me, is embracing those hardships, experiencing them for what they are, You know, that's exactly what it's been for me today. And like I said, it's a beautiful spring day here. We got some purple flowers coming up everywhere. And purple is my favorite color. But you got these little purple spring flowers, and they're absolutely beautiful. I love purple and yellow together. And I'll probably get me a vase here before long and start picking some wildflowers and make a little wildflower vase. I love doing that kind of stuff. If anybody would like to share anything this morning, please do. I'm here on the chat board with you. If you'd like to share where you're from, what you're doing this spring, how your day's going today, I would love to hear how you're doing. I'm out walking along the river walk this morning, enjoying a beautiful day out here birding and wildlife and spending time with the Lord, praying and meditating, showing gratitude for life. Morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday morning. Just out on one of my nature walks this morning and spend a little time with you and show you around here on the river walk where I'm at. It's like a birding preserve here where I'm at. They have a lot of bird houses, and they have a lot like a field over here they plant stuff in for the birds. And we're going to check out this little bird house. We have some birds flying around it, and they look like hummingbirds. That's what they look like to me. I love getting out birding. Yeah, they're beautiful little hummingbirds. We've got a little feeder here set up for them. They got blue backs on them. They're really pretty. They're staying real still. Maybe I can get them to come in and land on this feeder. We'll see. I say it's a feeder, but it actually might be a bird nest or a bird house. So they might have babies in there. I think they're flying around. I think they're a little irritated that I'm here right now. So maybe they got a nest in there. It is springtime. So maybe they got some babies in there. And we got a lot of buzzards flying around in the sky right up above me. And I tell you, I've seen a lot of buzzards today. I mean, lots on this side and the other side. So I'm like, wow, is there like dead stuff everywhere? But what I was saying is they plant stuff over here for the birds, some kind of corn and other grain, and it makes like a birding preserve here. And then they have like a little water pond down here for them. So in the evenings you can see a lot of different birds, and that's what I'm doing down here this morning, doing a little birding, taking a walk, enjoying life. You know, it's just free, doesn't cost me anything. Get out and take a walk and enjoy life. I enjoy doing this more than about anything. I'd rather be out here than inside the house, that's for sure. Oh, it looks like a groundhog hole there. Oh, stop here and take a break for a minute. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday morning this Sunday morning. So I stopped to take a break here on my nature walk this morning to see if anybody wanted to get here on the chat board and talk with me this morning. I'm here on the beautiful river this morning, just kind of hanging out with you on this beautiful Sunday morning here in Virginia. I wanted to see if anybody wanted to chat with me this morning. I've been talking about my recovery, talking about the channel, talking about why I'm here, you know, to support recovery, support mental health, and how we can get out and heal. You know, I talk about taking nature walks and hikes and how that brings about healing in my life. I I know for me, it makes my day go by so much better when I'm able to get out here and take a walk on the river, pray, meditate, and just thank God for the day. This is a beautiful Sunday that the Lord has made. And I know it's finally springtime here, and I'm glad that spring has sprung. And I'm just out and about today, enjoying a beautiful day here in the springtime in Virginia, enjoying a Dr. Pepper and taking a walk, listening to some music this morning, just thanking God for this beautiful day. Can't never thank him enough. I thank everybody here on the channel too for hanging with me, through all the ups and downs. And sometimes, I can slip away. I've been away this past week, away from you guys, and apologize for that. But, some things happened, and I'd rather not talk about right now. Some bad things, but I was able to readjust, get situated, and reset and get ready for whatever comes next. Each and every day is being in the unknown. Each and every day is a surprise in life. And as I see it that way, I can accept life as it comes, because life doesn't always come for me the way I want it to. And so a lot of times when things don't come the way I want them to, I can just tie a knot at the end of the rope now and hang on, and trust that the Lord is going to see me through it. And each and every time he does. And as I see him do that in my life, my trust and belief continues to grow stronger in him, so much so. And like I say, my life isn't perfect today. I still have my struggles, but it's great to be in recovery. It's great to be here, have this opportunity to share my story. It's a beautiful spring day here where I'm at in Virginia, and I'm out taking a nature and wildlife hike today, doing some birding. Just down the trail with you a little while ago, we seen some red birds. Got to see some river turtles, got to see a beautiful river here and some catfish holes. Hopefully I'll be able to do some catfishing before I slip out of here next month and get back to traveling again. I'm just loving traveling, loving this adventure in life, being in recovery, showing how beautiful God's creation is, spending time with you all, taking you around the states with me as I travel. It's been super exciting. It's been tons of fun. I've been doing this just with me and the Lord. I really don't have a travel companion, and I say I don't, but I have the Lord with me, and that's the only travel companion I need. I solely trust and believe in the Lord Jesus Christ with all my heart today. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. He definitely saved my soul. As a wretched old man I was, a drunk and alcoholic that destroyed people's lives years ago, dealt with incarcerations. I'm now finding freedom in Christ and finding physical freedom, not in chains anymore. I talk about it a lot, about being free on the inside before I could get free on the outside. And how all that really took place in my life was really not only getting, saved by Jesus Christ, but also changing my way of thinking, my way of thinking about life, my way of thinking about myself. And as I changed my ways of thinking, my life, started to drastically change, with Christ. I say, with Christ, because if it wasn't for Christ, I wouldn't be able to live today. It's living in that forgiveness. I can't say enough that freedom that comes with it today. Now I can get out and live life. I can get out and take nature walks and hikes. And it's so great. It's a good feeling. Good to see everybody today. God bless you. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. Like I say, I'm here on this beautiful river here and just taking a walk today, showing God's gratitude and enjoying life, drinking a Dr. Pepper, and just wanted to spend some time with you. I was out and about anyways today doing some birding, and we're looking at some birds today, looking at the river, looking at some different catfish holes, and spending some time together and just enjoying life. Would anybody like to share where they're from or how they're doing today? I would love to hear how people's doing, how life has been treating them here lately, and if there's anything I could do or say to help anybody this morning, I'd be glad to do it. I'm a man that's been through a lot. I'm a man that's in recovery, dealt with 17 years of alcoholism and depression. And, I'm thanking the Lord today for that new freedom that he's given me. I don't have to drink no more. I can get out here and enjoy life and, trust and believing in God. It's what it took for me. And I'm so thankful. So thankful to God today. I'll be out and about too. I'll be traveling some more here next month. Guys know I've been trying to get out west and want to take you guys on the journey with me, and I'm doing the itinerary for it and getting everything planned this month. It's taking some time, and I appreciate you guys being patient with me. This is a trip that had been planned last year, and I had to go take care of some obligations. Some things happened that got in the way, but I've still kept going, still just waiting until my turn came, and definitely my turn is coming, and I'm looking so forward to it. A brand new adventure, a new life, a new creation. Talking about scripture, talking about Bible. In Ephesians, Paul talks about, the old creation and the new creation. The old man gets put away and the new man comes about. So that's what it is for me today, living in a new creation, living in a new life, a new way, the way of love, the way of respect, those types of things. That's what it's been for me. You guys, I'm going to jump off here, and just thought I'd come and see you this morning, hang out with you a little while, see what kind of response I get. I haven't been here in a while, so I wanted to see if some more people wanted to tag along in this community and live stream with me, talk about recovery, talk about, the release of all the shame and guilt that comes in lives of destruction from alcoholism and substance use, and how the Lord can heal us, and how we can live a better life. I know my life used to be really bad before, and my life isn't perfect now, but it's better. And hopefully I'm helping people. Hopefully I can inspire and motivate others and let them know that the Lord is real, to let them know that the Lord loves them, and to let them know that recovery is possible. I definitely was an unbeliever for years in recovery, an unbeliever in Christ, and today all that has changed. I'm a believer in Christ, I'm a believer in recovery, and I'm a believer in faith, having faith, hanging on and waiting, being patient on the Lord. That's what it is for me today. As I patiently continue to wait on the Lord, I'll see you guys next time. I'll be live streaming with you again soon, spending more time with you here on the channel. Until then, God bless. Y'all have a great day now. I'll see you soon. God bless. Y'all take care. Bye, everybody.